Welcome, one and all, to not a TTS event for once. This is a lit review of an actual event I am actually attending, called Brewhammer, held in Dogtap by Brewhammer up in Ellen in Scotland. This is a 30-person GT that's happening next week, so starting on the 3rd or 4th or 5th or something like that. Lots of pretty cool lists. No big names attending apart from yours truly. I am the biggest name. So basically I'm gonna win. Let's have a look at some of the lists. So we've got Colin Rose here. He's playing basically Death Guard with some reinforcement points set aside to summon Epideminus and Poxbringer, so he's not breaking his contagions. So he has a Outrider of a Demon Prince, 3 Fetid Bloat Drones, a Malefic Blight Hauler, 2 PBCs, and then a Supreme Command of Mortarion. So he's going all in on the big Morty guy. And I think what's cool about this is it's very, very tough to kill. Bloat Drones, very durable. Blight Hauler, durable as well. And he's got 3 in that squad, fucking crazy. 2 PBCs, again, can hide and is very durable even if you can see it. Epideminus allows it to all get the bonuses, every time a Nurgle unit kills something, his tally goes up, and once you get to a certain point, you get stuff like +1 damage, +1 toughness. It's stuff that's really, really fucking good for these like demon engines that are already tough. Like, I think these bloat drones go up to like T7 or 8. That's fucking crazy. And the Plague Burst go up to T9. Mortarion, does he actually go up? I think he would go up to T9 as well. It's fucking crazy amount of durability. So basically the idea is he's going to be summoning Epideminus and the Poxbringer. Probably Epideminus the first turn with the Demon Prince, and then Poxbringer turn 2. I wouldn't imagine he's using Mortarion to summon, but maybe. I wouldn't think so though. And then from then on, he's getting his tallies for his bonuses on the Plague Bursts. Basically just biding his time. Can use Mortarion to get those tallies as well. And then you eventually get to a point where you're extremely hard to kill, and you just sort of ride out the rest of the game like that. Very, very tough list to try and kill. I guess the tactic against this would just try and go as hard as you can, I think, to remove those key pieces. Like, if you can remove the Bloat Drones or Mortarion, or the Plague Bursts even early, then it gives them less ability to get those tallies. That's probably the best way to go about it. And the Malefic Blight Hauler is very hard to kill 3 of them in that squad. So overall, pretty good Death Guard list there. We've got Brody the Goonhammer Atkinson, back from his 5th place finish at Common Ground Games GT. He's playing Raven Guard this time. He's playing Born Heroes and Whirlwind of Range for the Exploding 6s and the +1 hit. You can guess where this list is going to go. He's got a Captain with Relic Claws. Basically, everyone's going to have a jump pack. Lieutenant with Teeth and Tara. Swift and Deadly, I think, is Advance in Charge, if I'm not mistaken. And Chaplain on Bike, because Chaplain on Bike is fucking crazy, with the Relic Bonker. Just 5, it's 10 Assault and Scissors? How much are they? 20... Oh god, I don't remember. I think that's a squad of 10 Assault and Scissors. Oh, yeah. If I just looked right here, it would tell me. Yeah, so 10 Assault and Scissors, 1 with Power Swords, 1 Infiltrators, 1 Infiltrators. These are basically going to be the only things holding objectives, because these are not going to be holding objectives. And I believe it's 30 in total Vanguard vets. The squads are split up between Storm Shields and Lightning Claws, Pure Lightning Claws, and then you have some Storm Shields and Thunder Hammers as well to bring that heavy pain. So I think he's got 10 Thunder Hammers and 20 Storm Shields and Claws. Very, very strong. And then he's got Thunderfire Cannon, because why not? It's pretty good for, that trying to pick off some Mandrakes or Cabalites sitting behind a wall. 5 Rangers holding backfield objective, and a Castle Launcher, very good for giving fight last and again shooting stuff out of line of sight. So pretty good. Then we have me. I'm running Thousand Suns. First outing with the new codex. So I'm running double patrol. First attachment is Cult of Time. Cult of Time power lets me revive a model, and the relic is really cool. So my first HQ is just an Exalted Sorcerer on Disc of Tzeentch, so he's really fast. This is my guy who's going to go and try and do as much damage as possible. He's got Twist of Fate to turn off invulns. He's got Doombolt for flat 3 mortal wounds. He's got the Athenian Scrolls, and that allows me to choose one power, and for that power I roll an extra d6 and discard the lowest for the rest of the game. And Immaterial Echo, if I cast a power on an unmodified 9-up, I get to cast an additional power, and that power is undeniable if it goes off. So very, very strong. Cast Smite, cast Doombolt. If it goes off with the 9+, you cast Twist of Fate for free, and it's undeniable. Very, very strong. And then you can cast Smite as well, because you get an extra cast. Then I've also got a Thousand Suns Demon Prince. He's got wings. He's got Undying Form for -1 damage. And he has the Hourglass of Manat. So the first time he dies, he comes back to D3 wounds remaining at the end of the phase. He's got Tzeentch's Firestorm for some damage, Baleful Devolution for some damage. Then we've just got some Rubik Marines with Soul Reaper Cannon, very strong. 10 Terminators with 2 Soul Reaper Cannons, 2 Missile Racks, very strong as well. They're going to be up there holding the objectives, just trying not to die. Chaos Fire Raptor, because Fire Raptor should be in every single list that can take them. Then I've got Cult of Duplicity that allows me to teleport around the map with their psychic power. We've got Araman in there with Glamour of Tzeentch, Weaver of Fates, and Temporal Surge. He's a little bit of a buff boat. The Infernal Master, he's got Bladed Maelstrom, so he can give +1 strength to ranged weapons. Presage to give +1 to hit. Malefic Maelstrom is -2 to advance and charge, so very strong there. And Master Misinformer allows me to redeploy D3 units at the start of the game, which that's very strong as well. Another block of Rubik Marines with Warp Flamers, very strong. If you can go first, you can put them, you can scout deploy them basically 9 inches away from the enemy, and then Warp Flame or something. If you go second, you can redeploy them with the Infernal Master Warlord trait. Another squad of Rubik Marines and 5 Chaos Spawn, 5 Chaos Spawn, very, very fun to use. So yeah, it's a fun Thousand Suns list. We'll see how it goes. We've got Air Force Jan from Jan Tickle, absolute terrible list, awful, I hate it. He's running Mars air wings basically. So we've got Skitarii Marshal with the reroll 1s to hit and wound, and the Battlesphere uplink for the something. I can't remember what that does actually. Yeah, I can't remember. Techno-Archaeologist, he's got the Artisans for the for the Fallback Shoot. And Raiment of Technomartyr. The Raiment of Technomartyr is really good, allows you to ignore hit penalties for 1 unit, very, very strong. He's got 40 Skitarii Rangers, 10 Infiltrators, 4 Laz Chickens, 2 Strata Raptors. And he's got another patrol of Mars again with a Manipulis, just box standard Manipulis, 20 Vanguard, 8 Raiders, 2 Fusiliers. Very, very strong list. We all hate AdMech planes, so yeah, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Tim Cousins, he's playing Aldari Soup. So we have Soaring Spite, that allows him to advance and shoot pistols and stuff with no penalty, and advance and charge? I can't remember if it's advance and charge as well, I don't think so. Shadow Seer, very, very strong in Harlequins. You can have that -6-inch range aura, you can have the -1 to wound aura. Very, very, very strong. Troop Master, I believe this guy is probably Smash Master. So he's going to be fucking super buffed up to the 9s and can go in and basically kill an entire squad of Vanguard vets by himself. Then he's got 3 squads of troops, all with fusion pistols, all with caresses. 2 big squads of Skyweavers, and then 3 Starweavers. We can only hope that he gets paired into some of these AdMech lists, because, Christ, those Skyweavers will be really good against him. Then he's got another patrol of Craft Worlds. He's got the Incarn. Oh yeah, it's Expert Crafter's Master of Concealment for the rerolls for number of shots, ? And the cover. Yeah, the Yinkarn, pretty good character, quite expensive, but pretty good. 3 squads of Dire Avengers. I don't think he's got the line of sight shooting, so... oh no, that's Dark Reapers, never mind. Dire Avenger is very good at just holding objectives, especially if they've got the cover. And Warp Spiders, amazing objective scorers. Once per game redeploy, 46 movement, fucking super good at scrambling and engaging in all fronts and stuff like that. Very, very mobile units. Next up, we have David Norvell. He's playing Word Bearers. We've got Disco Lords on Hellstalker. This is Word Bearers. Currently the Blasphemer, I'm not sure what it does. Troops, we've got 20 Chaos Space Marines with 2 chain cannons. Very expensive unit there. And a group of 30 cultists as well. Pretty heavy points, heavy units. We've got 2 Hellbrutes with fists and hammers. It's going all punchy like. We've got Venom Crawler, Muller Fume, Defiler, and then he's got double Helldrake. Very, very, very vehicle heavy, demon engine heavy, and very close combat demon engine heavy. So hopefully he manages to get into combat and he's not stuck in a parking lot, because a lot of these are very large units that will struggle to get around. Then we've got Fraser McQuaiter with Deathwatch. So he's got Colexus Assassin. He has Lieutenant Reaver armor with Tomamectoclades, probably the best relic in the game. Allows you to choose 1 data sheet at the start of the command phase, and all core units within 6 inches reroll to wound against that data sheet. So if you've got 3 squads of Necron Warriors, all your core units reroll wounds against all Necron Warrior units. Very, very, very strong. We've got Primarch's Captain with Dominus Aegis for a 5-up invuln. And we have Paragons of their chapter, so they can take the Dark Angel's generic warlord trait, Brilliant Strategist. Very good for putting stuff back into Devastator Doctrine. And he's just normal apart from that, just a normal Indomitus Captain. And then we got Tech Marine. He is he's a Warden of Ancients to give the Dreadnoughts +1 attack, +1 strength. He's got the Vorkan Partner Spister, very, very good against Dark Elder, because it gives you +1 to hit against Fly for core units within 6. Very, very strong, especially with those Dreadnoughts, which he has later. And then we have some very badly formatted Proteus kill teams, and I think it's just 1, 2, 3 kill teams, and it's a mix between vets, Vanguard vets, and bikers. It's just a standard mix you're going to get, and they get combat squad. They're very good for holding objectives. They're very fast. They can steal objectives very easily. And then in the elites, he's got triple Redemptor, all with Macroplasma, and then double Contemptor with Volkite. No missile racks on them, and that's the entire list. Does very, very well. It's very meta. Very good Deathwatch list that we've seen people like John Lennon take to the top tables and win overseas. Okay, we've got Steve Swiss with Drukhari. So we've got Artists of Flesh with Covens. We've got Drazar, he's the Warlord. We've got Rax. 5 Grotesques, 2 Talus. And then we've got a Cabal Obsidian Rose with an Archon, 1 squad of Cabalite Trueborn with Dark Lance and Double Blaster, 2 squads of Scourges with just Shard Carbines, and then 4 squads of Raiders. The cheapest, most effective unit in the game. Obsidian Rose, I think that's a wound roll, I think. So Obsidian Rose is you reroll 1 wound roll per unit per phase. I think that's what Obsidian Rose is, I could be wrong. And then we've got a Cult of the Cursed Blade Patrol with a Succubus with the Trick Tip Whip and Precision Blows. The classic combination, Adrenalite for an extra attack, and Show Stealer for Consolidate in any direction. Very, very classic combination there. And then we just have 1, 2, 3 squads of Witches. They've all got Shard Nets, they've all got an extra attack, but no other extra special weapons on them. And then we've just got 2 squads of Reavers with 1 blaster on each, which is a weird choice, I think. I think these points could have gone into making the Scourges maybe have Heat Lances or I think they can take Blasters as well, actually. Heat Lances or Blasters, and that might have been slightly better, but Reaver, having 2 separate units of Reavers is actually very good because they are fast, they're very they're able to go and hold objectives very easily. And no one wants to shoot 3 Reavers, really, do they? Especially when, you know, your list is 4 pages long. What do you choose to shoot here? It's very, very dense in units. We've got Ryan Odlin playing Chaos Demons. I think he's pure Zinch, but we'll see. We've got Changecaster. Gives +1 strength. I think that's what the Changecaster is. +1 strength. We've got a Chaos Demon Prince of Zinch and a Lord of Change. The Lord of Change has the Impossible Robe. He's got... he's Exalted. He's got the 2 random. I always go for the 2 random as well. I think there's no 2 bad Psychic powers. 2 bad Exalteds for the Lord of Change, so it's always good. One thing I can't see, though, is the -1 damage ability for the Lord of Change, which is pretty vital for him to be super tanky. But you might not need it, to be honest. Then he's got 1 big squad of Horrors, another big squad of Horrors, and then a small group of 10 Brims. A bunch of Flamers, more Flamers, more Flamers, more, loads of Screamers as well. Flamers are really fucking good. Just trying to see... Exalted Lord of Change, Staff of Zinch, Relic Impossible, Psychic Powers, Gates of Fate, Infernal Gateway. Yeah, so I think Ryan actually needs to designate someone to be his Warlord. Oh no, he is. Changecaster. I never saw that. Yeah, so in my mind, the Lord of Change is a better Warlord because you can take the -1 damage in corporeal form. I think that's what it's called. And then this Lord of Change is basically impossible to kill. That's how good it is. And I'm not sure what the Warp Tether does, but I can't think it would be better than that. But that's just my mind to make that Lord of Change fucking impossible to kill. Jason Carter playing Necrons. We have double Obsec and 6-inch move at the start of the game. Very standard for Necrons. We got Chronomancer and a Necron Lord. And then we've got 2 squads of 5 Immortals, 1 squad of 10 Warriors. So very light on the Warriors and Immortals. We've got Catan of the Vord Dragon. Interesting pick. I think that's actually pretty good for what I've seen of the field so far. There's been lots of vehicles. So this Void Dragon seems pretty fucking good into this field right now. 3 squads of Wraiths, a DDA, and Heavy Destroyers. Again, I actually like these... Oh, he's got more as well, further down. I like the DDA, and I like the... I mean, DDAs are very swingy, but I think, into this field, if he plays against Admech or something, like the Plains, and he goes first, and, you know, the DDA rolls really hot, that's a plain dead just with the DDA. Same with the Locust Heavy Destroyers, very, very strong. And he's got 2 of them going on. And he's got Ghost Ark as well. And then we've got Patrol Detachment of exactly the same. We've got Technomancer, Immortals, and a bunch of Scarabs, and another Heavy Destroyer. Can't get enough of those Heavy Destroyers. I really like them. I think they do amazing damage. The only problem is getting them to that damage. Sorry, I'm just eating my lunch at the same time. Paul Gunning playing Drukhari. He's playing Mono Blackheart Battalion. We have an Archon with Ancient Evil, which is Fight Last, and the Jin Blade, which is fucking crazy. This guy is fucking mental. If you have a chance to kill him before he gets into you, please do it. Don't charge him. Just try and shoot him or something. He's fucking crazy. Drazar. Being Drazar. He's got Eternal Hatred for rerolling everything because he's fucking mental. Mandrakes, Incubi. Mandrake's very good for scout deploying. Incubi just good in general because they're really broken. Cabalite Trueborn, 2 blasters, Dark Lance. Everyone's taking these because why not? Cabalites, all with blasters and phantasms as well. Phantasms are so good for mortal wound output. Cabalites with shredders and phantasms. And then we've got double Ravager with disintegrators, 2 venoms, 3 venoms, 4 venoms, and then 4 raiders. So yeah, just fucking unit dense list because it's Dark Eldar and you get 1,000,000 units. Can't say anything bad about it. It doesn't have any Succubus, doesn't have Cult of Strife. Mono Black Heart might end up biting him in the ass, but I think it's fine. Dark Eldar are so strong right now, and taking all the good units, so I'm sure it'll be grand. We got Graham Dummin playing Tyranids. He is playing Kronos, which is the shitty one. We've got double Hive Tyrant with Venom Cannons on them. I don't really see that much anymore, do you? And this one doesn't have wings as well. Weird choice. This one does have wings. And a Neurothrope. 1 squad of Rippers, 3 squads of Termagants, 1 squad of... and the 3 squads are all Devourers. And then this 20 is Flesh Borers. You can consolidate 2 or 3 of these together, and I think is much better in Kronos because of the Symbiote Storm, 90 shots, fucking super strong. Then we've got some Tyranid Warriors. No enhanced resistance to keep them alive. That's a strange take. 2 Venom Cannons on them as well. 6 Hive Guard, no enhanced resistance on them as well. That might end up being a mistake. A Lictor for scoring objectives. 3 Carnifexes with Venom Cannons. Going for the Carnifexes. And then double Dermic Symbiosis X screens for the 5-up Invulnerable. That's where he's put his adaptives. See if that works out for him. Otherwise, it's a very good shooty Tyrannid list. My only problem is it's very easy for this to run out of units on the field because you don't want to show your Hive Guard. X screens are going to be in the backfield. Carnifexes aren't really that sturdy. Tyranid Warriors aren't really that sturdy, especially with no enhanced resistance. They just sort of die. And then double Hive Tyrant, pretty easy for a lot of factions to just pick off now. But apart from that, pretty good shooting Tyranid list. We've got Jay Hollick, he's playing Astral Militarum. He's got Disciplined Shooters and Wilderness Survivors for the 18-inch rapid fire and the couch and cover if it doesn't advance. Company Commander, Infantry Squads. We've got 4 Infantry Squads, 2 squads of Scions. Scions really good for scoring Engage and Octarius data and stuff like that. 2 special weapon squads with plasma guns. That's where the Wilderness Shooters comes in. These are going to be rapid firing at 18 inches. Very, very safe and very, very good things to drop in and just blow something off the table. And then we have a Gunnery Experts and Spotter Details for a tank detachment. We've got a Tank Commander with Battle Cannon, another Tank Commander with Demo Cannon, 3 Hellhounds, all with Inferno Cannons and Multi-Meltas. Very, very, I actually haven't seen anyone run Multi-Meltas on them. That's kind of a hot take. I kind of like it, though. I guess one problem would be everything sort of operates in the same bracket, and I know you're getting the extra 6 inches on the Multi-Melta with the Gunnery Experts, or whatever it is, the other one, Spar Details. But I still think that's quite a small, it's kind of the same as all your, like, demo cannons and stuff. Actually, he's only taken 1 more demo cannon, so maybe that's null and void, what I'm saying there, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I mean, these need to be consolidated together because of the rule of 3. But it's legal, but it's not formatted legally, but it is legal. Yeah. So he's got 3 with battle cannon and 1 more with demo cannon. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks in total with 3 hellhounds. 7 tanks in total with 3 hellhounds. So a lot of armor there, and a lot of lists I think I've seen so far don't have that much to get through this. Scott Perry playing Chaos Demons. So we've got a Nurgle Chaos Demon detachment with a Great and Clean One, Rottgus, and then a bunch of Plague Bearers. 1, 2, so 60 Plague Bearers basically. 4 Beasts of Nurgle, and then another patrol detachment of Khorne with a Bloodthirster, Exalted Bloodthirster, big squad of Bloodletters, another big squad of Bloodletters, and that's it. So, kind of a aggressive Khorne part and a sit here and hold Nurgle part, and the only problem with this is Bloodletter is notoriously hard to actually let them survive. The Bloodthirster even more so. Like, very hard to actually get him to survive. I mean, the amount of Auspex based abilities dropping in Bloodletters, you can lose 20, 30, even 30 of them on the drop, which is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I don't know what more there is to really say. It's a really old style demons list. I'm not sure how well it's going to do, especially a lot of shooting armors we've seen so far. Okay, so let's go into Morgan Smith playing Necrons. We've got the same as always, double obsec and 6-inch move. 2 squads of Cryptothralls, really good for scoring objectives. Command Barge, Chronomancer, Technomancer. I like Command Barges because it opens up the secondary for killing units with Lords. And I think Command Barges is really good for actually doing that. He's got 2 squads of Min Immortals, 2 squads of Necron Warriors, 15 and 20. A squad of 10 Lich Guard, 6 Wraiths, loads of Tomb Blades, all with Shadow Looms and Gauss Blasters. Oh no, we got some Shield Veins as well. So Shadow Looms, Shield Veins, and all of Ghost Blasters. And then he's got Doomstalker as well. So it's maybe like halfway between like some of the Swarm Necron Warrior lists that we've seen and other sort of Necron lists that are a bit stranger. No Scarabs kind of stands out to me as a big thing. Big squad of 6 Wraiths is another choice I haven't seen, and Tomb Blades I haven't really seen used at all so far in 9th, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually do anything. And the Doomstalker, I know it's cheap and everything, but the fact that it can't move and shoot its big gun at the highest profile is a big takeaway for me. So we've got Gammon Heritage playing Admech. This is another flyer spam, I'm guessing. So we've got a Marshal, a Manipulis, just usual stuff. Vanguard, 19 Vanguard, and then he's only got 5 Rangers. And then another 5 Rangers, and then he's going all in on the Infiltrators, so he's got basically 29 Infiltrators, 10 Raiders, and then 2 Stratoraptors with Chaff Launchers. And then we got another patrol of another Marshal with another 5 Rangers. And then he's got 5, 10 Ruststalkers, and 2 Fusiliers. So a bit different from the other Admech playing list we saw in that this has less Chaff and less Skitarii bricks. And this has got more Sicarans. And I know that Sicaran swarm sort of works on heavy, dense terrain. I'm not sure how it's going to work because I don't think the terrain's going to be super dense at this event. So I'm not sure how this is going to work when you can't hide those Sicarans in light cover for basically the entire game until you want to charge them. So that's one problem I could see with this list. But apart from that, it's Admech, and he's got 4 planes. So, you know, as long as he doesn't fuck up, I'm sure he's going to do great. So we've got Brett Tucker playing Orcs. He's got Snake Bites. He's got No Force Org, 3 Knobs on Smashes. We've got a Beast Boss and Squixor, a War Boy, 2 squads of Snaggas, 2 squads of Normal Boys, all Min squads, 2 squads of Min Commandos, 3 Death Copters, one's with Custom Mega Blaster and Big Bomb, and then we've got 2 squads of 3 Squig an actual squad of Death Dreads, 2 Death Dreads, that's kind of crazy, and then a Dakajet, and then we've got another squad of Snake Bites with Morzar Scarbad, a Weird Boy, more Boys, and Rocket Trucks. So, where's all his points? I guess he has a lot of points tied up in Snagga Boys and stuff like that. I guess the MSU Orc style hasn't really been explored, so kinda fun to see how that works. The Beast Boss on Squigosaur is fucking broken, so I'm sure he might carry a few games. Dakajet's really fucking good. Not giving them more Daka though, that might be a problem. More Daka on Dakajet, fucking crazy. 1 rocket truck. You know, most lists are taking either 2 or 9. You know, I don't know if 1's gonna be good enough to work there. Yeah, God, it's new orcs. It's really hard to know how it's gonna do. We've got Christopher Blanchfire next. He's also running orcs. He's got Goths. We've got a War Boss, a Weird Boy, and a Big Mech with custom force fields. He is running Boy Horde though. He's got 30 choppers, 21 shooters, 3 Squig Hog Boys, a Pain Boy, and then he's got Bad Moves Patrol of Big Mech Shock Attack Gun, 2 squads of 10 Gretchen, 12 Tank Busters with a Boss Knob, 9 Looters with 2 Spanners, a big truck with Super Cannon, and 1 normal truck. Big track or big truck? I don't know what this is. I've never actually seen that before. Yeah, it's another orc list. I'm not sure how good the Boy Horde is anymore since they lost basically they had Fearless. You know, if you had enough boys, you were going to be fearless. Since they lost that, I don't know how good Mass Boys is anymore. Seems just to be like quite not self-defeating, but dangerous to run. So we'll see how that goes. Colin Murphy no longer attending. It looks like he was running Iron Hands. C. Owen playing Dark Angels. He's got Belial, which is like a crazy chaplain man. Ezekiel, a crazy caster man. Deathwing Apothecary, a Deathwing Ancient. He's got the Pendant of Remembrance for -1 damage. The Apothecary is obviously going to be a Chief Apothecary. Very, very strong Chief Apothecary vibes. We've got a squad of 5 Deathwing Knights. A squad of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. So 1 squad of Deathwing Knights, 1 squad of 5 Terminators. Could have looked at the price and worked that out, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so basically it's going to be 3 squads of Deathwing Terminators and 1 squad of Deathwing Knights. They've got mixtures of weapons in there. There's Cyclone Missile Launchers, Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, just to try and keep them alive. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this list. Oh, it keeps going. I'll keep going. A Librarian and Phobos, 2 squads of Infiltrators, 1, 2, and then some Invader ATVs. He's got 3 Invader ATVs, all multi-meltas in total. So, you know, turn that music down a bit. I can't hear myself think. I know it's not live for you guys, but it's real live for me. Okay. Yeah, so he's got the ATVs and multi-meltas. I'm not a massive fan of this list. I think ATVs straight up worse than attack bikes. Maybe you couldn't get hold of them. That makes sense. But again, just not as good. 3 small squads of Deathwing Terminators. It's going to be hard to get those points for, what the fuck's it called? What's it called? Stubborn Defiance, that's it. It's going to be hard to get those points for Stubborn Defiance because, you know, for Stubborn Defiance you have to nominate a unit to hold an objective to get it, and if that unit isn't holding the objective the entire game, you lose out. So if, say you nominate one of your squads of 5 Deathwing Terminators, if I kill that 5 on turn 3, you have to start all over again. So you've only got you've only got 5 points on that, and you have to start all over again with another squad. So that's why 10 is normally used for that objective. Maybe he's not going for that. Maybe he's going for other plays. But I think the 5 squads, as tough as Deathwing are to kill, the 5 squads are a lot easier to pick up before the Apothecary can get to them and revive them. And that's a problem, I think, in this list. And obviously the Apothecary cannot heal the ATVs anymore. That's been FAQ'd out, so just make sure that no one's doing that in this squad here. I don't think you would. ATV's pretty easy to kill. Yeah, I think it's going to be a hard list to win with, in my mind. Sorry, not win with. I mean, he's going to win some games, I think, but it's going to be a hard list to win a tournament with. We got Duncan Brown playing Custodes, the first of our Custodia players. We've got Shield Captain Dawn Eagle. Shield Captain Dawn Eagle. This one is going to be super hard to kill because he's got all the things: Indomitable Constitution, Superior Creation, all those things. 3 squads of Min Sagittarium, Vixil's Praetor for the -1 to hit, and 3 Talmons, and that's the entire list. And you can already see the problem with this list is this. Oh, he's got 3 Custodian Guards as well. The problem with this list is he's got fucking nothing on the table, basically. You know, it's going to be very easy to out-obsex this. Talmons, while strong, are not good at killing lots of things. They can kill one thing really well, and that's about it. Sagittariums, you know, a 3 squad of Sagittarium isn't that durable, and they want to be in your face to be doing all their damage. Vexel Praetor helps, but he's not that helpful. And 2 Captain Dog Eagles, I feel like they're going to be doing most of the work, and if they die, that's basically the game over there for the Custodes player. So interesting to see how the Triple Talamon works out. Council Claire playing Demons. We've got Undivided with the Lord of Change. He's Exalted. He's got Incorporeal Form for the -1 damage. But he does not, I repeat, not have the 3-up invuln. That's a big yikes from me, mate. Then we've got Celeste. Yeah. We've got Celeste, very strong Keeper of Secrets, 3 squads of Nurglings. This is basically just going to be holding objectives. Lord of Change is good for just not dying, but without the Impossible Robe, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. And then we've got the Slanesh detachment of 3 Keeper of Secrets, and a bunch of Demonettes and Fiends, so they all get advance in charge. Even Celeste will get advance in charge from the Locusts, from these guys. And that's how basically the list works. Just wonder if the Lord of Change maybe could have been... if he's not got the 3-up invuln, he's very hard to actually keep him alive. You know, even -1 damage, 4-up invuln, it's just not that great. So that's basically my faults. Jamie Ferguson playing Custodes, another Custodes player. We've got Trajan, we've got a Dawn Eagle jet bike guy who's very hard to kill. 3 squads of Custodian, 1 squad of Custodian Guard for Storm Shields. 2 squads of Sagittariums. 1 big squad of Venetari. And 2 Talamon, no, 3 Talamons, another 3 Talamon list. And this guy's got slightly more units, because he's got the Venetari instead of another Sagittarium squad, and the Vixil Praetor. But again, and also he hasn't upgraded one of his Talamons to have double storm cannons. But again, not a lot of units. Very slow. Very easy to take off the table. Relatively now, I think a lot of armies are killy enough to just take a lot of this off the table quite quickly. So concerned about how Triple Talamon's going to work out for these guys. Will Evans playing Chaos Demons. We've got a great unclean one, a Lord of Change. The Lord of Change is... he's got the Impossible Robe, and he does not have -1 damage. We've got all combinations of Lord of Change in this in these lists here, don't we? Great unclean one's got the Doomsday Bell, so we can revive Nurgle units. He is Bloated with Corruption, I think that's a 4-up invuln. Aura of Mutability, can't remember what that is. Is that the 6-up Feel No Pain for the Lord of Change? Could be. 10 horrors, 10 horrors, 10 horrors. All demonic icons. Don't know if it's worth to give it a demonic icon if you're not taking big blocks. That's might just be me though. Nurglings, Plague Bearers, Flamers, Fleshhounds. And then we've got another Patrol of Slanesh with Belcor, Keeper of Secrets, and Demonettes. This, funnily enough, does get the advance in charge because Belcor apparently, for some reason, doesn't break the locus of demons, or does it? Did that get FAQ'd? I don't think it did. So he doesn't break the locus of Slanesh. So, you know, Keeper Secret with advance in charge is pretty damn good. Belcor is just very, very strong. Demonettes are okay. So with these two things having advance in charge, pretty good. I don't know if it fits in with the rest of the list. seems like you invested a lot of points into a Great Unclean one that's not going to be doing that much. A lot of this stuff isn't going to be alive for it to be revived with the Doomsday Bell. So this is like 270 points of stuff that could have been spent on other things, more demonettes, fiends, stuff like that. Garen Owen, he is playing Space Wolves. We've got a custom chapter of Born Heroes and Whirlwind of Rage because it's the best combination of custom chapter, and I think it's basically almost straight up better than the Space Wolves Own one. We've got Chapter Master. He has lots of things. He's got Frost Claws. We've got Librarian, who's got the I think it's give light cover and 6 inches to everything, and then -1 to hit. Very, very strong combo there. Excuse me. And a Primaris Chaplain on bike. Very good for not White Scars. Space Wolves. 3 units of Blood Claws. They are basically just Assault Intercessors, but cheaper, which it's kind of weird, but that's just what they are. 2 Redemptors, 1 Relic Contenter with Volkite, and then we've got a bunch of Wolfguard, 3 squads of 5 Wolfguard, all with Lightning Claws, Storm Shields, and the Pack Leader's got Thunderhammer. 3 squads of Cyberwolves, very good for holding objectives very early on, like who wants to shoot a single Cyberwolf, but you have to, because it's going to score you 5 primary points if you don't. Long Fangs, fucking incredible unit. Unlike Marine Devastators, they get to choose an extra multi-melta, which is really good, really, really good. And then a drop pod for those Long Fangs to go in. So I actually like this list. I don't like a lot of Space Wolves lists, but I like this one. You have a lot of units to do a lot of things. You've got things that are going to score points. You've got things to remove a lot of threats. So yeah, I like it. It covers a lot of bases. Michael Eagleson playing Chaos Space Marines. We've got World Eaters. Got a Terminator Lord, a Dark Apostle, a Lord Disco. 3 squads Khorne Berserkers. One of them is a big squad, the other 2 are small squads. Hate Khorne Berserkers, they're so annoying. 1 big squad of Terminators, all with Lightning Claws. They're Red Butchers. I believe they have this thing where they can move pre-game, and they can use it basically unlimited times. So watch out for that, because it means they can basically make a normal move 7 times and cross the entire field and get up to you and charge you. So make sure you screen this out, because that would be fucking annoying to deal with. 2 Chaos Rhinos with Combi Meltas and Havoc Launchers. And then he's got a Greater Brass Scorpion as well, because why not? Brass Scorpions saw play a couple of months ago, I think. I think someone took one and came 3rd. I think he got that far. So obviously not a bad pick. I kind of like them. They're kind of crazy. Alan Stevie next, the glorious leader of this event. We have some Death Guard. He's playing the Inexorables. We've got Tallyman with Tollkeeper, because the most broken fucking unit in the game. Actually, not even. One of the best elite choices in the game. He's so cheap and he's so good. Exploding 6s and +1 AP on a unit, and we'll see what units that's going to go on soon. Death Guard Sorcerer, Lord of Virulence, 3 squads of Poxwalkers, 1 big squad. 1 squad of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Blight Lords. Not the full squad, but you know, not too bad. Double Chaos Contemptors with Twin Volkite. That's what the Tollkeeper's going to go on. One of these guys. Give him +1 AP, Exploding 6s. Mental strong. 2 squads of Death Shroud and a Foul Blight Spawn with the Stench Rats. So basically, you can't charge him because you don't count as charging within the aura, which is another just incredible elite choice and relic. I think the only reason that Death Guard don't absolutely stomp everyone is that they're slow. So getting this into position is actually quite hard. But Jesus Christ, this relic is fucking mental. Then he's got a Bloat Drone with Fleshmore and 2 PBCs with Entropies. Very good backline. So yeah, quite a lot of vehicles there. I kind of think your only chance would be to try and kill as much Terminators and like the bloat drone and poxwalkers as you can, and try and just score as much primary as you can before you basically lose to all the demon engines. That might be the only chance you have. We have Jeff the Man Webb playing Custodians, Shadowkeepers. We have Trajan Valoris. We have a very hard to kill Dawn Eagle Captain. We've got one squad of Custodians, Sagittarians. We've got one big squad of Aquilons, very point sinky there. We've got a Praetor with -1 to hit. We've got a bunch of Venatari, a bunch of Virtus Praetors, and 2 Telemons only. And I think this list might do slightly better because 2 Telemons, still very tanky. It's not all in though. He's got Virtus Praetors, so he's got something fast and durable to hold objectives. Salvo Launcher, very, very good right now. Venatari, he's got a smaller squad. I don't think you need more than 3 Venatari to kill something. The double shots, basically, instead of counting it as a squad of 3, just count it as a squad of 6, in my mind. Aquilons, very good hammer unit to drop. Problem can be if it doesn't get a good drop, it can kind of fuck up a bit. And apart from that, Sagittarium hold backfield objective, basically don't do anything. You're not all in on Sagittarium having to do damage, which I think is a problem because Sagittarium, their max damage range is very short, and they're liable to just die. Whereas like Aquilon's very tough to kill. Virtus Praetor's tougher to kill than Sagittarium. For maybe slightly less output, but you're a lot faster. You've got a melee profile that actually matters. 6 and a half a dozen. Then double Telemon just to round it out, because why not? We got Wraith playing Craft Worlds. I believe this is going to be a Wraith heavy list. We've got Farseer, we've got a Warlock, we've got Dire Avengers, Dire Avengers, Dire Avengers. God, my voice is going, Jesus Christ. Wraithblades, Wraithblades, Wraithguard, and then we have a Night Spinner, Warwalkers, all with, it's got a mixture. So we've got Missile Launchers, Star Cannons, and then a Wraithlord with 2 Star Cannons. And then a Wave Serpent, and then super heavy we have, my god, my voice is really going. We got Wraith Knight. I believe, so Wraith actually should have 12 CP to start with, I think. That's my only like correction comment there, because no, not 12, 11, because this should cost 2 less CP, because it's the same faction. But apart from that, I think this is a fun list. I really like Wraith constructs. I think they've gotten a lot better since they got cheap. I've seen people actually overseas try and play them, and they're getting top 20. It's not great, but before, if you were playing Wraith, you'd be like bottom of the whole thing. So I think getting top 20% with Wraiths is pretty good now. Warwalkers, always good. I always like Warwalkers, and I think this does better than a lot of mech elder lists we're seeing right now that have a lot of Falcons and Lynxes, because Falcons and Lynxes, they're very easy to kill, and they're very big profiles on the table. Like, they're quite large and hard to hide, especially the Lynxes. Whereas Wraith constructs, a lot easier to hide. And he's got a Night Spinner, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a Night Spinner. Oh god, Jesus. Good outline sight shooting that. Grant Fraser playing Grey Knights. We've got Rapiers because it's the most broken one. We've got Librarian, Grandmaster, Nemesis Dread Knight, and Drago. 3 squads of Terminators. We've got Psycannon, each of them. They've all got halberds. 3 squads of Interceptors, all with 4 swords. And 2 more Nemesis Dread Knights with Silencers, Psycannons. Just your standard new Grey Knights list. I hope you took enough stuff to kill 3 giant walkers, guys. Apart from that, though, Rapiers, very, very deadly in melee. They have a strat to give exploding 6s. In the Tide of Convergence, those 6s cause mortal wounds. And in the Tide of Convergence, they already cause mortal wounds, so you're getting 2 mortal wounds for every 6, and exploding 6s. Make sure you're screening. Make sure you're taking out those Interceptors, because they're probably the biggest threat. If they get into you with that psychic power going off, you're in trouble. I think they can all cast that psychic power, because it's the specific one or whatever, so they can all cast it. Pretty fucking dangerous. He's got 25 points left over. Could he not take something there? Grant, you madman. He's playing on a handicap, and we're all going to lose to him. Matthew Moorhan playing Necrons. He's playing Mephrit. We've got Catcon, Command Barge, Chronomancer. Small squad of Immortals. 2 squads of Necron Warriors. Cryptolals, a Hexmark. Really good anti-deep strike. This guy into the guard player with the dropping plasma guns. He can just wipe all those plasma guns out before they get shoot. Very good. Transcendence Titan. 4 Scarabs. More Tomb Blades. This is a Tomb Bladey kind of tournament, I guess. And Trio Praetorians. And then finally he's got an Annihilation Barge. So it's kind of a weird Necron list, I think. Being Mephrit for the plus 1 AP. Kind of makes sense for what he's got. I just wonder... I mean, he's got the 2 Cryptothalls. They're pretty good for scoring objectives. Maybe he can pull out the... Particle Beamers, do they work with Mephrit? That could be pretty spicy. There's 6 shots each are showing, right? Interesting. I'm interested to see how this list does, based on that alone, actually. Tomb Blades, Particle Beamers, if they're plus 1 AP in half range. That could be pretty spicy, actually. That's a lot of shots. Interesting. Very interesting. And that's it. We're done. My throat is killing me. I've got about 15 minutes before I have to go play a game with Graham. He's not attending this event. He plays Tyranids normally, and I'm very happy about that because I have never beaten Tyranids in my life. I've never, ever... I played maybe 28 games into Tyranids. I've never beaten Tyranids. So that's what I'm about to go and do now. So just a couple comments on these lists. They all seem really fun. There's a couple of really heavy meta lists in this document. I'm scared. Before I read these lists, I thought I had it in the bag. Now I think I'm gonna predict myself to be 5th or 6th. I'll probably catch a defeat to either Grant, the Deathwatch player, I think. Maybe the old Death Guard as well. Very hard for me to kill. There's a lot in these lists I'm scared about. I don't really want to face. Oh, the Adamic lists as well. No one wants to play them. And Drukhari. That's like half the field I don't want to play. So if I only play the lists that I want to play, I might come 6th. And if I play everyone I don't want to play, I'll probably be bottom half of the table. But thank you guys for watching. This has been a fun little extra thing to do. I hope we all have fun next week. And anyone else who's watching this that isn't going, I hope you all cheer for me, so I win. Alright, that's about it. So yeah.